I just watched Ezra, and I'm going to tell you what I thought about it right now.
My man Ezra, flying without a net so that he could order himself a...
ice tea, please.
Ezra is the newest drama starring real-life couple Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne. Unlike their relationship in real life, the movie catches their characters in the middle of getting a divorce and at odds about the future of their autistic son, Ezra. Cannavale plays a struggling stand-up on the cusp of breaking out, but finds himself reevaluating his priorities when his custody of Ezra is threatened. It takes a while to get going, but it eventually turns into a road trip movie, and Cannavale and Ezra have to travel cross-country to get to the Jimmy Kimmel show where he is scheduled to appear. Movies that feature people with disabilities always have a unique opportunity to offer a perspective on those characters with the disabilities. Sometimes you get something that feels fresh, like The Peanut Butter Falcon or Wonder, and other times you get something that feels a bit more surface level, like Champions from a few years back. Like The Peanut Butter Falcon, the filmmakers opted to cast an actor that actually has the disability in real life. In The Peanut Butter Falcon, it was getting an actor with Down syndrome. Here they cast a kid who actually has autism. And I think that actually does serve as something more than a cheap marketing gimmick. Having an actual actor with autism in the role, paired with the right writing, prevents the movie from ever feeling overcooked or overly theatrical. There are scenes, like one specifically in a forest, that feel a little awkward in execution, but I think capture the experience of having a troubled child more accurately because of the unconventional writing. While the movie has individual scenes that feel unique, the overall structure of the movie sticks pretty close to the road trip movie formula. The comedy serves only as a supplement to the heavier scenes in which the movie revolves around. The movie might have one too many scenes of Cannavale giving a heartfelt monologue, followed by a single teardrop rolling down his cheek, but that's more of a nitpick if I'm being honest. It's titled Ezra, but the movie and the second act, more specifically, actually have more to do with Bobby Cannavale's character, Max. Max lives with trauma from his childhood, and although his father is still around, he feels it's one aspect of his life, one of many in fact, that he's yet to perfect. It's in his struggle to reconcile his role as a son while becoming a great father that really helps the movie come together in its third act. The father is played brilliantly by Robert De Niro, who delivers the funniest lines, but also feels like he's there mainly to serve Max's arc. The father's presence becomes more vital to the story in the second half, but even those scenes feel like they were mainly thrown in there to pad the runtime. As I mentioned before, the movie revolves around Cannavale's character and the way he wants his son's life to be. In exploring that, the movie offers commentary on the way society and professionals deal with children with special needs. It might be more than some audience members go in asking for, but I thought it was what gave the movie a distinct voice. The story deals with themes of over-medicalization and big pharma. It also explores the way that special needs kids are accommodated and how adults with good intentions can sometimes have the wrong mindset. The movie does a good job of never feeling like it's talking down to its audience. One of the easiest ways nowadays for a movie to lose me is to lecture me about its topics. However, Ezra layers its themes in its character arcs to make it feel like you're watching an actual movie, not a TED Talk. A movie like Ezra is the last thing I expect to see in the summer movie season. Having premiered first at TIFF last September, I would have expected it to release in the fall, maybe with hopes of picking up some awards. Putting it in the summer, though, is a refreshing change of pace from the typical blockbuster fare, and was certainly a welcomed one. I know my theater only had a few other people, but it was also an afternoon showing on a Friday. I hope more people, frankly older audiences, do seek it out because it serves as a nice counter-program to the Furiosas and the Planet of the Apes out there now. As a movie lover who watches so many movies a year, movies like this are the most susceptible to being forgotten after a year or two. Side note, one of the things I love about Letterboxd is that it helps me remember the smaller movies. I don't know how long I'll remember Ezra, but when I do, I'll certainly look back on it fondly. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching my review of Ezra. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.